כל השונה הלכות בכל יום מובטח לו שהוא בן העולם הבא. בעזרת השם, today is the 11th of the month of Tishri, a day after Yom Kippur. The question is why there is no Isro Hag. This is a Hag. Yom Kippur is a Hag. Is it a secret Isro Hag? I don't know. Usually Isro Hag, you make a big deal, make a big meal. So somebody just pointed out, so there's old ancient custom of the Kohanim make a whole big meal, right? Just like a Kohen Yatsa min HaKodesh b'Beit HaMikdash. I don't know if we could make a new minhagim for Kohen. A Kohen could maybe introduce such a minhag, but regular Israel is I don't know comfortability. No. I'm saying this about Israel, who is not a Kohen. I don't think he should stay away from impressing a Kohanim, making new minhagim. ברוך השם, לא שמענו, לא ראינו ולא זכינו לראות את זה. ברוך השם. Anyway, now let's go back to the business. Mitzvah number 17 will be discussed today. If a person doesn't have Brit Milah, or we'll see even persons belonging don't have Brit Milah, like servants. A person has family members that are somebody in the family who doesn't have Brit Milah, including one servant. A guy bought 1,000 servants and they all did Brit Milah, and that guy was already participating in what? In the minyan, like the group who's going to be partaking from the Korban Pesach, he will be prohibited to eat Korban Pesach until he Brit Milah all of his servants. So if he did 1,000 Brit Milah Erev Yom Tov, and he forgot one, he's not allowed to eat Korban Pesach. We'll see. Mitzvah number 18, all firstborns, they must sanctify them, as we have Bechor of the humans, and Bechor Kohani of our animals as well, belong to Beit HaMikdash, or in this case, the Kohen, the representative, will be able to redeem them, and that will be. This is not a mitzvah of redemption. Actually, it is a mitzvah. No, this is a mitzvah of Kadesh, meaning we have to sanctify them. Okay, so there are a lot of different kinds of minhagim. We'll maybe touch on that. B'ezrat Hashem, the mitzvah that's sponsored today. Leulu Nishmat Yaakov ben Amir ben Yaakov וגולדה, וגם אהרון בן משה, ולהבדיל לרפואה שלמה לכל חולי עמו ישראל, ובכללם ליעקב בן רחל, חיה בת לאה, יוסף חיים במפרד, יעקב ישראל דניאל בן אנג'לה, לרפואה שלמה לכל חולי עמו ישראל. מצווה נומבר 17. שלא יוכל להערל מן הפסח. It says like this. Anyone who has a Brit Milah may not partake from the Pesach. For instance, we touched it a little bit. It says like this. First of all, let's see. Shemot chapter 12, Pasuk 48. Anyone who has the orla, anyone that has that little extra piece that was not taken off at birth or after time, he is prohibited from partaking of Korban Pesach. We said, how do we have such a thing in the Jewish nation? Somebody who doesn't have a Brit Milah, how is that possible? We have such a concept. The concept it's called Chazaka, Mitzafek Chazaka. So first of all, the halacha is, there's a big machlok in the Gemara. What is Chazaka? What is considered to be a permanent or acceptable idea? So some say after second time, some say after the third time. It's a big machloket. But we hold in this case, sakana chamira me'isura. Okay, what happened was a person who had brothers, and each brother after first baby, they had a brit milah. Rahman al-Islam, he died. The blood didn't stop. He died. The second brother, the blood didn't stop, and he died. The third brother, we don't do brit milah already. Okay, because we don't want to make chazaka. Some say, we'll see right down. This is not talking about specifically somebody who doesn't want to do brit milah for sure. Let's say Russian Jews. Russian Jews, they arrive from fresh from the boat, and they don't have brit milah. Now, if they are and there is a Kodesh, when there is Beit HaMikdash, and there is a brit milah, there's Korban Pesach, they would be prohibited, even though they were forced not to do brit milah. They were afraid for their lives. Sakana nefashot. Still. He doesn't eat Korban Pesach, but he could partake in matzah u'maror. Okay? Same thing. Anybody who is a permanent resident, okay, or a ger, let's say he became a ger, he didn't do brit milah yet. So also concept that he cannot do he cannot have Korban Pesach. What is the purpose of this mitzvah? As we already explained, that again, over there we said a person is not fully Jew. Why can he have a korban pesach? Why can he be part of it? Because the whole concept is that we want to point out the beautiful thing that Hashem gave us, granted us. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be part of a nation that actually controls everything in the world, that actually designates, that decrees, that through the world, through our mouth, right? Well, you think it's a joke? The guys, most newscasters are who? Unfortunately, Jews. All those bad news bearers are Jews. You won't believe it. Why Hashem made it like this? Because people don't understand that it doesn't matter you're a religious Jew or you're not a religious Jew. If you said something, HaKadosh Baruch Hu does what you say. Because we are partners of Hashem from birth. A person who is born Jewish, he is a partner of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and our mouths control this world. That's why a person, when you hear the worst thing in Florida, right? They come out over there, those guys, the reform, most of them are reform, or if they're if religious b'chlal, on the newscasters, and they right away, storm is coming, board up your windows, this damage is expected, right? And they outline to you what's going to happen. Why? They don't know, but they're partners of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and they're actually causing it to happen. What is a Jew supposed to do when you hear bad news about to come? Why HaKadosh Baruch Hu made the news? Beautiful thing. So we're going to have, actually in this generation, is out of this world. We have something that no generations had before, a warning. We have something to warning, so what's the purpose of this warning? You know what's the purpose of this warning? You go to Bet Midrash. Everybody goes to shul and daven. Those crazy guys on the newscasters, they don't believe in Hashem. But they don't know that they have the wielding power of the world. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world with the mouth. Everything happens with the mouth. Everything in this world. Whatever you say happens. Whatever they say, the Hasidish are saying, say good, good will happen, right? That's the way it works. The world is controlled by us. So now, right? So we are part of this nation. It's an amazing thing. So if a person who doesn't have Brit Milah, he's not part of the nation yet. So he should be excluded. What's his fault? Two of his brothers died. That's HaKadosh Baruch Hu's decree. That's HaKadosh Baruch Hu's decree. Hashem said, this is what Hashem said. If you have Orla, if you have that peace that you didn't do Brit Milah yet, you can participate. Whatever the reason is, we don't ask Hashem, we don't question Hashem. דיני המצווה כגון מילת בניו ועבדיו, אם מעכבין אותו לשחוט ולאכול הפסח ויתר פתחי הפסחים. So over there, Gemara discusses actually that if a person has such a child, the whole family cannot eat Korban Pesach. Yeah, the whole family. Finished.
So this person, let's just recap real quick. The person has brothers that passed away.
Yes.
He's older now.
Yes.
He's a grown man. He still hasn't gotten his Brit Milah.
Right.
He's not part of the nation.
He is part of the nation.
But he can't participate.
The Korban Pesach he cannot eat. That's it. Everything else is. Korban Pesach is not. That's HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Gzerat HaKatov. Hashem said, somebody who has the Orla cannot be part of the Korban Pesach. That's it. Everything else he has. Balzam, Maror, all the things he has to give the Mitzvoth. Yeah.
What about Sukkah?
Everything. The whole Mitzvoth.
Isn't a non-Jew not allowed to go underneath the Sukkah?
Again, is he a non-Jew?
He's a Jew, but
that's it.
He doesn't. He has a
problem with Brit Milah. Okay, he has a problem with Brit Milah. There's a sakana, whatever it was. After a certain age, they should do Brit Milah, I believe. All right, there's a sakana in the maybe first stages, the baby stages. But there's a certain time that he's going to be able to. Now, what do we do? The guy has servants, 1,000 servants. They all have Brit Milah except for one. One servant doesn't have Brit Milah, the whole family cannot eat Korban Pesach. That's it. It says over there in Masechet Pesachim, page 96. V'yibamot, and also in Gemara, V'yibamot, chapter 8. Obviously, this mitzvah is during the time of the Beit HaMikdash. Ve'over alea, and somebody went ahead and transgressed. K'gon arel she'achar kazayit mimenu lo ke. So this person who doesn't have a Brit Milah, he goes ahead and eats from it. He gets lashes. Now, this is specifically talking about a person who has the Brit Milah not cut off. Well, let's say a master. A master has thousands of servants. The one that doesn't have Brit Milah, he will not get lashed. But again, he's transgressing this averah that prohibits him. He's not going to get lashed because he doesn't have the problem. It's his servant. Yes, the servants are preventing him from eating Korban Pesach, but he will not get lashed because specific prohibition is who? Prohibition is on whom? On the person who doesn't have the Brit Milah, and he's not in that status. Mitzvah number 18. Mitzvah Kiddush Bechorot. We have an obligation. Here we have a Kohen, Baruch Hashem, who performs the mitzvah of Yom HaBen probably more than I could count. Baruch Hashem, שיהיה בריא ושלם כל ימי חייו, עוד ועוד ועוד. So mitzvah לקדש הבכורות. We have a mitzvah to sanctify a bechor, a firstborn. כלומר, שיהיו כל הוולדות הנולדים בראשונה, all those that are who are born first males, כלומר, יוצא ראשון מרחם הנקבה, it's talking about specifically where he comes out from the regular status, regular birth. Ben Adam, Ben Behima, it doesn't matter, a human or an animal. הזכרים קודש להשם שנאמר, they all become sanctified to Hashem, as it says in chapter 13 in Shemot, second pasuk. קדש לי כל בכור פטר כל רחם בבני ישראל, באדם ובבהמה לי הוא. It says, you shall sanctify for me all the firstborn, that kol bechor peter, a first one who opens up the womb, the peter, זה called rechem b'vnei Israel, that opens up the rechem, the womb of a woman, right, by the Jewish people, but Adam, it doesn't matter, a human or an animal. ודווקא בהמה דהיינו שור וחבץ ועז. But which animals? Only three of those, which are the ones that we bring on the Beit HaMikdash. Which one? A cow. Yeah. Lamb. Sheep. No, lamb is a sheep. And goat. Those three. אבל לא חיה, but not a deer. You have your own deers. You have anything else? They don't go. Or giraffe. You have a giraffe or antelope. All those things that are, that are kosher to eat, but if they have a firstborn, the best. The giraffe is the easiest to shecht also. Unlike people are told.
The problem with giraffe is they have to shecht.
That's the baby stories.
So why?
The giraffe has the whole neck, almost 50 foot of shechting. Anywhere you shecht is good. It's the easiest to shecht.
Why they don't use it?
$50,000. How much costs a cow? How much costs a good cow? A good cow. $2,000, $3,000.
More than that.
What more than that? Okay, $5,000. What are the chances of not having it taref? Big chances. Big chance. Especially if it's Uruguay, comes from pastured lands. You have no problem. Almost no problem, right? Those cost about $3,000-$4,000, but the ones that are in the farms that's standing like this all day, those probably $1,000. They're very weak, and they also actually have a lot of problems with them because they don't move around. They have a lot of damage. So those are very much cheaper. So let's say $5,000. A $5,000 cow, you have very less chances of taref. And even if there is taref, the goyim take it. That's they have the kosher companies. They go to goyish places. They shecht over there. If it's kosher, we buy. If it's not kosher, it's not ours. So there's no danger. At giraffe, it's $50,000 minimum to buy a giraffe today. No, why not? No, it's not illegal. No, why should it be illegal?
No, I don't know.
Understand, everything environmentalists do is for one purpose, and one purpose only is to make money. All those things, legal, not legal, animal, the turtle protection, it's all nonsense. It's all apikorsut, and it's all for one purpose, to find people to make money on it. That's it. We already discussed, if I'm going to take right now all the giraffim, I'm going to start shechting all the giraffim for meat, okay, never will extinct. I'll take white rhinos. You hear those psychopaths? White rhinos. Come chef for a few minutes. Is that the Shem? So come back. So you have white rhinos, right? Oh, there's only 18,000 white rhinos. 18,000. And why they worry about humans so much as they worry about a rhino? It's a guarantee. Nothing will go extinct. Nothing in this world. No animal has been extinct, and no animal will ever extinct. So this nonsense. It's all what? For money. All this is for money. So giraffe, it would be nice if we had. But still, giraffe cannot have bechor. אבל לא חיה. ומכל בהמה טמאה חמור לבד במצווה זו. So now, what about what animals do we have? Not non-pure, not kosher animals. Hamor, a donkey. Now, a donkey, we know that the Torah tells us specifically a donkey would have the Indian of Hamor, the first one, and what we do is we exchange it. We take the bechor of Hamor, we'll see right now, right? That we take it and exchange it for the sheep. Okay. ועניין המצווה בבהמה טהורה, כן שמצווה על הבעלים להקדישו ולומר הרי זה קודש. So how do you sanctify kodesh? How do you make it kodesh? Just like we said by Kohen. There's an obligation when you call a Kohen, Rabbi Moshe. You can't just say Rabbi Moshe Kohen. You address a Kohen, you must say those words, Kohen. V'kidashte et Kohen. It says in the Torah, same thing. V'kidashte et Shabbat. How do you make Shabbat kodesh? You say, you say kiddush. So same thing here. How do you sanctify a bechor? You have to proclaim this is kadosh. Anybody, even today, וחייבים לתת אותו בכור לכהנים. We are obligated, if it's a bechor, to give it to kohanim. ויקריבו חלבו ודמו על המזבח, והם אוכלים הבשר בירושלים. The kohanim will take its heart and its fats, and they will bring it on the mizbeach. However, kohanim are allowed to partake from it in Yerushalayim. ואין נותנו לו מיד שיוולד, אלא מטפל בו בבהמה דקה 30 יום ובגסה 50 יום. If it's a small animal, let's say a lamb or a goat, 30 days. If it's a cow, you have to take care of it for 50 days first. So meaning basically, we don't give kohanim any burdens. Now go. Oh, here's the baby, go take care of it. Right? The Kohen is like, Habibi, Habibi. I don't know what an animal looks like. I never saw one. The only one I saw is when you shacked it. That's it. Right? So in order to take away the burden from the Kohanim, you have to grow it for 30 days, small animals. Any large animal has to be growing by 50 days. However, outside of the Eretz Yisrael, we don't have a mikdash. Oh, so what do? You don't feed him. If any firstborn, you just don't eat him, feed him, let them die on their own. Okay? Yeah, let them die. כדעת קצת המפרשים, שם מפרשים, והם שברו שממתינין לו לעולם, שממתין לו לעולם, ואם נפל בו מום, יאכל במום בכל מקום ובכל אדם, ולכל אדם שירצה הכהן לתנו. So what happens is, some say you let him, starve and let him die. Some say no, let him, what's his name? Let him graze. He'll have a damage, and then anybody could eat it. Once he has a mum, it has a damage, it becomes like a regular. כמו שכתוב, it says within דברים, תאכלנו הטמא הטהור, יאכלנו יחדיו כצבי וחיה. So if it becomes this animal that becomes blemished, like any other that could be eaten, like just like deers and wild goats. וכן כתב הרמב"ם wild sheep. וכן כתב הרמב"ם זיכרונו לברכה בהלכות בכורות שלו. So Ramban paskins like this, that you let it graze until it becomes damaged, and then you could eat it. ובכור אדם ופטר חמור נפרש עניינם במצוות הפדיעה שבכל אחד בעזרת השם. However, we'll discuss more in details about the redemption of a donkey. It has its own mitzvah. When we get there, and also a human being. Okay, it says later on, mitzvah number 392. What?
Thank you.
Yeah. What's the purpose of the mitzvah? שרצה השם מצוותינו לעשות מצווה בראשית פריינו. הקדוש ברוך הוא wanted us to be busy, that whatever we have that comes out, the first fruits that we have, הקדוש ברוך הוא wanted us to be busy and make it a big mitzvah with it. Okay? למען דעת כי הכל שלו. Why? Because everything is Hashem's. ואין לו לאדם דבר בעולם. Nothing belongs to you in this world. רק מה שיחלק לנו השם יבחר צדיו. Only whatever Hashem grants us. ויבין זה בראותו כי אחר שיגיע האדם כמה יגיעות וטרח ומה. So again, same thing. A person constantly toils. He wants his animals to be healthy, and he takes care of his animals, and he properly pastures them, and he properly takes care of them. Still, to show you that nothing belongs to you, it all belongs to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. דיני המצווה באיזה מקום נשחט ונאכל. Well, now also the rules how to perform the shechita on this animal, where it's allowed to be eaten. All those rules are discussed in where? Masechet Tmura. Masechet Tmura, page 21, the second side. ואחרת לפני השם אלוקיך מעשר לגמרת ירושך ותרש ובכורות וקרחם הקש מקש. So there's a limud. We have a hekesh, just a kapakos, right? How you said it? Just the pose, right? We have over there that there is a heter to eat from it when it has a mum. Okay. This mitzvah is for males and females. Ben Israelim, Ben Kohanim Ulviim, doesn't matter if you're Kohen, Levi, Israel, you have to make that sanctification. Vapar Visha, Bechor Shenolad LaKohen Shelohu, even though the Bechor are born to Moshe Rabbi Moshe Kohen soon, it's his. So first he has to sanctify. This is Bechor. Then he has to bring the heart and the fat and the mizbeach. ויאכל הבשר בתורת בכור, and then he has to eat it as a בכור. ובכור אדם, פטר חמור. Now, however, very important, today we have a problem. There's no Kohanim. We have a problem with Kohanim. Right? We don't know who the real Kohanim are. So, and that's why in today's day and age, you're prohibited actually to give your Bechor to a Kohen. Because you don't know if he's a true Kohen. So what do you do today's day? We already discussed that according to some, you let it die and starve. According to Ramban, you could let it graze and let it get damaged, but you're not allowed to do anything with it. You have to isolate it. There was a whole story with it. There was in Israel a guy who had a bechor, and he was not a religious guy. He was a kibbutznik. So they came to him and they said, "This is a bechor, right?" He says, "Yes. You have to isolate it. You can't pasture it together with all your other animals, because once you get mixed up, you have a problem." He says, "No. They came to him after again and again and again. After a month or two, all of a sudden the baby died. The baby died. No problem. So he had the bechor, the baby of the animal, the sheep. What happened? He had he had a special place where he threw the dead animals. Okay, so when he threw dead animals there, all the wild animals used to come and eat from it, oxen and all those things. So he threw the bechor there, and after 3 months, 4 months, he's walking to see his lands, and he passes by this place, and he sees this bechor still laying there. Nobody touched it. No animal touched it. No animal. Bechor. It was sanctified. He's sanctified from earth. He called the Rabbanim and says, "What's going on?" They all the cheshbon. This is the bechor. This is the one we told you to put aside. You didn't listen to us. Oh, he did tshuva. He became Bal tshuva from that time, from moment. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is in charge of the world. Even wild animals couldn't touch the bechor. ובכור אדם הפדר חמור אינו נוהג בכהן ולוי, כמו שנכתוב בגזרת הבורא. Again, same thing. If somebody has if his wife is from any lineage from bechor, or he himself from a kohen or a levi, there is no concept of bechor. וזאת המצוות שחיובה בסיבת דבר, okay, and everyone, all those mitzvot are, and it's time Bezat Hashem will be discussed. Bezat Hashem, if you have to go to make parnasa, make it with ease, without any suffering. Thank you.